Hello, everybody. I am so sorry. Hello, Slick. Hello, Mike. How are you guys doing today? Welcome to the chat. This is something special I created. This is live channel interviews. Today, we're going to be featuring one of my all time favorite YouTubers, aka Dad, aka Oma Gaming. Give me just a couple of minutes to finish sharing out and I will be right with you. Hello, Savage. Can't hear or see. Can you hear or see me now? I just got I forgot I had to push the button. I haven't used StreamYards in a long time. So sorry. I was all talking to myself too. I set out the same description as I said just a second ago with it on mute. I feel smart. Don't mind me. Okay. One second. Okay. Thank you, Savage. Still out here. How is you guys' day going today? How is everything so far? I hope you guys are having a wonderful Friday and have had a wonderful week up till this point as well. Still sharing. Almost done. All right. Now we're just waiting on Dad to get here. Let me turn on the bot for y'all while we wait. I know I'm waiting for the same thing, Slick. I can't wait. Hey, there he is. The man of the hour. Give me one moment. Go away, stupid screen that I don't need. Oh my god, how do I close that? I'm having technical difficulties today. Apologies, everybody. Okay, give me just a second, Dad. Making sure the bot's turned on for everybody. Later. This. Good morning, Redhead. How's it going? Welcome to the chat. Oh, no problem. Mike, you're good, honey. All right, Dad, go ahead and grab this link that I'm going to put in the chat. Grab that link, Dad. That's for you. All right, now the bot should show up here in a minute. I know. Same, Slick. Same. Wait till you're this damn old. Oh, you're not old, Dad. It's okay. You're not old, I promise. Hey, Shadsy, what's going on, my guy? Welcome. How is your day going so far today? Grab my coffee over here. I think Dad is playing with his audio. Because so far, I don't see him coming in yet. The effect of no pop is starting to hit you. Oh no, are you getting caffeine headaches? Caffeine headaches fucking suck. Like uber hardcore. Coffee, yes. Must has the coffee. Always must has coffee. Gotta force the bot up in here. Before I put this, Dad, scroll up for the link. I put it in the chat. There it is. All right. Hello. There's the bot. Okay, good. I'm just going to turn up my volume a little bit more. Make sure I can hear you good. Let's see. Mike. There we go. Hey, Cutler, what's going on, bud? Welcome, welcome. Yeah, I've been waiting forever, Slick. I've had the pre-order for Dying Light 2 since it came out. So, Melon, what's going on, bud? Welcome, welcome to the chat. How are ya? Hey, Dad. Say something.
Yeti?
There we go. Now we hear ya.
The Yeti? Hello?
Now we can hear ya. Can you hear me?
Okay, all right. I am having problems with my camera, so that ain't gonna work for me. I'm
no
really
worries.
sorry. I got this stupid app, this Snapchat crap thing that I was gonna do for the streaming, and it really screwed up my computer.
Oh no, I'm sorry
Yeah,
to hear
now
that.
it wants to take over every time. I don't know how to get rid of it.
You probably have to delete it, I would think.
I uninstalled it. Even Zilch tried to help me with it. He told me don't ever go near that damn program again.
Huh. Hello, Papa Cronus. How are you doing today, bud? Welcome.
So we got me with a fish.
Aw, that's okay. No big deal. What kind of fish is that, anyways?
That right there is, I'm trying to look. That's a 27-pound black drum.
Ooh, nice. Hello, Jimmy.
I went all the way up the food chain to catch him.
Mom, hello, Mom. How are you today, sweetheart? Alrighty, so everybody, all of you know Oma Gaming, but as we all know, a lot of content creators, we kind of tell you things based on what we feel comfortable sharing. But really, the reality is being a content creator and being part of an audience is that you really only know the things that we tell you. I mean, you can, make up your own scenarios. You can say what you think as far as any one certain person, but there's nothing better, in my opinion, than getting to know the ins and outs of content creators within my community. I really like doing this. The last time that I did it with a friend of mine named Shawnee, and it was really cool. I've been going through a lot here lately, and I haven't had a whole lot of time on my hands. I've been recording my ass off for March too, so that's also kind of put a damper on things, but I'm glad we finally got to this. So, yeah, are you ready?
Sure. I got one thing I'd like to try out real quick. I don't know if it'll work out, but if you'll indulge me, it'll take about 7 seconds.
No problem. Go right ahead. I am doing okay, Jimmy. Thank you for asking. How are you today?
This is for you and everybody.
Ooh, yay!
Dum diddly do. I'm so happy to be here because I'm here with you.
Aw, yay! I love it. And thank you for coming
Don't
on
know
with
if
me, by
that
the way.
worked
I've
or
only
not.
gotten to do this once, but I knew this would be awesome. So, alrighty. So, I love you too, Mom. Alrighty. So, I think the first question I'll start off with is, in your opinion, what was your biggest motivation to start your YouTube channel?
See, when you talk to old people, Phoenix, we're like onions. There's a lot of layers.
Okay, I'll put it
truly
another
is.
way. What inspired you to start a YouTube channel way back, before you ever started your channel or started hanging out on YouTube a lot or anything like that? What made you want to start a YouTube channel?
Originally, way back in the day, it was just for fun. Um, I hung out with a really good group. I have to mute myself. That's driving me nuts. I'm sorry. There we go. Can you still hear me?
Yeah, you're kind of low, but I can hear you.
Oh, all right. I'm turning it up. How's that?
Ah, much better. Thank you.
Okay. I have a power mic, so I can go too loud. I have to be careful.
Nice.
All
No,
right.
that's
So I
much
said, like,
better. Thank you.
in the beginning, Phoenix, to be honest with you, it was really just for fun. I met a big group of kids. Shout out to you guys don't know these. You only know one because there's really, well, two, three. There's a few of them still around. You guys have seen Zilch 101. You guys have seen
Yep.
Hendrix, Oma Busted, and Oma Kraken. That's about the four I've got left from the hundreds and hundreds I had when I began. When I began, I met these kids, and Cody, my very first guy there, he was a glitcher. Do you know what a glitcher is?
I know what a glitcher is. Yeah, I think, anyways. Correct me if I'm wrong, but glitchers are those people that like find the glitches within all the games and live stream it to like show it to other people and like kind of showcase glitches in blah, blah, in a manner
Yes.
of speaking. Sorry, I can't English today.
No, you're correct. You're 100% correct. Back in the old days, we used to be able to break the game. We would wiggle through a window and we would be outside of the map, or we could find a certain area where we would do stuff and rub a wall and fall through the ground. But this was before the day of death barriers and before the day of cheating, because we didn't use it for cheating. We would go outside of the map, and literally there was more content in Call of Duty outside of the map than there was inside of the map. I swear to God, there really was. And it's almost like they built these games for us. They put little Easter eggs in there. You could find the directors' names. You could find all really weird little things that you normally would never, ever, ever be able to see in the game. And I was attracted to that group because they were really fun, and it was really cool to break the game and be somewhere you weren't supposed to be.
Right?
We all like to break the rules, right? So that's what it was way back in the day. And you're right. We would find glitches, and then we would showcase it and say, hey, this is how you get into this tree or over this trash barrel. This is how you get out of the map or over the map. And it was a lot of fun. And we really, really had a lot of fun. And it was a big competition on YouTube of people finding these glitches first and claiming credit for it. And
Ah, I didn't
my
know that.
kids were really good at it, and I apparently was very Miss Oma's the best at it. She'll fall through a hole in a wall quicker than shit and just be like, I don't know where I am. Where am I right now? This is not
It's
part of the
happened to
game.
me
Where am
too.
I was playing Call of Duty and I fell into a Doom dungeon. How is this? You're in a completely different game. And
I
yeah.
actually remember some of those days. I used to play zombies on the first Call of Duty.
Oh
It
my
had a couple of
God.
my favorite maps, and a friend of mine had found a glitch in Noctura and Toten where you could get like up in the ceiling to where the zombies couldn't get you, and you could just sit up there with a minigun forever until you ran out of ammo. Then, of course, you were SOL, but you could just sit up there and kill them, and they couldn't get to you.
Right, right. And all the kids kept talking about YouTube. That's exactly what I was talking about, because they would be like, "Oh, this guy found that. This guy found this." And at that particular point in time, I owned a pool business, and I made a lot of money doing it. I got a lot of tip money. I saved elderly people. That's a whole story in itself as to why I made a pool business. But I saved a lot of elderly people a lot of big money, and I made a lot of money myself doing it. And I had more money
Nice.
than I really knew what to do with at that point in time. And all the kids, such as Zilch, and that's why they're so loving to me now. Honest Phoenix, if there was a game coming out, if they Black Ops, whatever map pack is coming out tomorrow, I would run out to Walmart and I would buy 5 gift cards. and just be ready for whoever couldn't afford it. My mom won't buy it for me.
Aw,
I said, boom, there you go. I
that's
can't get it.
awesome.
Boom, there you go. We game shared. We used to be able to game share. I used to share my PlayStation
Oh, excuse me.
with 5 other people and then buy 5 other gift cards on top of that. So I would gift at least 10 people video games or map packs. I was
That's
very
awesome.
generous with them, and they remember that. And that's why they're so generous with me now. And I'm truly grateful they're there for me. But yeah, that's how that all started. And I said, you know what, guys, I got a little computer here and a handheld camera, and I put it up on a ladder, and I sat on a couch and I looked through the ladder with the camera in front of me recording my TV screen as we found different glitches, and we started to become low level famous for finding glitchers. My clan was called ZGX Glitchers. The YouTube channel is still up, but something happened within the clan. They fought with one another and with me for power. Fame instantly went to a lot of people's heads. So I disbanded the whole thing and gave the YouTube away. I said, if we're going to fight over it, I don't even want it. I'm not part of this. Here, take it. And
Wow.
unfortunately, the kid wanted to do his own YouTube, and I respect that. He asked me if he could delete my videos, over 1,200 videos.
Oh my
And I
gosh,
said, as
all of
long as you're
that
going to
work.
do your own thing with it, then I don't understand why you would do that, because I gave it to you because you have a head start. I already have over 2,000 subscribers. There's over 1,000 videos on the channel. People already know us. We're already on the way to being famous. I don't know why you would do that, but go ahead if that's what you want to do. So he wiped that channel clean. He uploaded one video and then never touched it again.
Oh wow. All of that fighting and all of that in bickering just to not do anything with it. That's so sad.
I
Especially
had
all of that
hundreds
work
of
being
online
deleted
kids.
too.
I had hundreds of them. Hundreds of them. I'm not exaggerating. You can ask Miss Oma. Hundreds, if not thousands of them, Phoenix. Honestly, I'm not lying. And that's why you guys mean so much to me. It's like my family got put back together. I used to have a huge family. We were on the road to be famous. We really were. And it really broke my heart with what happened. And
Oh wow, I bet.
then I lost my job. I got disabled in a car accident, and I can't really make ends meet, you know? So I said, okay, well, I'm going to try this YouTube thing for money now. That
Right?
was my motivation. And then along the line, I bumped into Bug, and I bumped into Bill, and I bumped into all these other people. And there's too many to list. So if I don't say your name, please don't be offended. But assuredly, if you know my name, know that I love you. Okay?
Gotcha.
And I met this whole new family, and I started to grow. I had 300 subscribers, and it's money. You know, money. You call him kiddo. He calls you money. You
Right?
know him. He started following me. All I ever uploaded was montages. Because back in the day, that's what we did. We did trick shot montages or glitching montages. We didn't do live streams. We didn't know what live stream was.
Yeah.
Excuse me. And I had 300 subscribers, and this weird name, It's Money, started appearing in my comment section on my montages. And
Nice. That's how you
to
met
be
money.
perfectly honest with you, I said I'm always honest with everybody, okay? I told you my motivations at that point in time was for money.
Yeah.
And now this guy named It's Money is following me. Put the two together, you know? So I went to his channel, and to me at that point in time he had like 1,700 or 1,400 subscribers. So to me he was like big time, and I was
Yeah.
absolutely nobody. So I was really nervous, and I went to his chat and I typed hello. That's all I did. And Money himself looked at the camera and said, oh my god. He didn't call me Pops yet because we didn't develop that relationship yet. Said,
Ah,
"Oh,
that's
my
what that's
gaming
started.
is in the house." Everybody, he started pitching me right away, Phoenix. He's like, "You guys
Aw.
gotta check this guy out. He's one of the best YouTube editors I've ever seen." Because that's all I did was edit. You guys don't even know me for my editing. You just know me for my nature and my silly voices and my live stream. But I'm really a good editor, is what I am. And
Oh
I thought
wow.
maybe I could, work a deal with the guy. Hey, I can do some editing for you for some big money. I had no idea how much money he's got or how little because his name is Money. And to me, he's famous. But
Right?
instantly, it became about something different. Instantaneously, he looked at the camera and he said he loved me.
Aw.
And Lowrider subscribed to me.
Oh wow, nice.
And then Night Fox subscribed to me. And I gained almost 100 subscribers just by saying hello to someone I'd never even met before.
That's awesome. Heck yeah.
Everyone in the chat, your family, your family, your family. I'm like, oh my god, what the hell is had? This is ZGX all over again. Everybody's what's happening, And I was flabbergasted. And I was winning gunfight tournaments at the time with Bug, and we were growing the YouTube channel, doing my fatality, and it was working. And I kept watching Money do his live stream, and he kept looking at the camera, and then he started calling me Pops. He's like, "Pops, you got to do the live stream. Pops, you got to." He kept beating me over the head with it. So I did it, and I got over 100 views, more than I got on any of my montages. And I was blown away by the people coming in saying, "You're a natural. This is awesome." Because I thought I was doing horrible. And they gave me nothing but love, encouragement, and inspiration. And I fell in love with every single one of you ever since.
That's awesome.
And here we
That's
are
really neat.
interviewing me.
That's really neat. I love it. One of the things I wanted to kind of cater towards with, oh my god, go away with all your fucking alts. Sorry. Um,
All
One
right.
of the things I wanted to kind of cater to with my live channel interviews is people that I felt like had a unique channel that was unlike other channels I hang out in. Members, of course, if any of you would like to do an interview in the future, please let me know in Discord. And just people whose stories intrigued me. You know what I mean? And ever since I started hanging out in your chats, and then I followed Mom, and I started hanging out with her and getting to know her and just everything. You guys have always been so kind to me, and so you guys just make me feel comfortable, and I feel like that's hard to find on YouTube these days, just because of the fact that, like, sometimes you go to a channel and you talk to a few people and they're kind of like, "Oh, hi there," but it just doesn't feel genuine. It's
Yep.
introduction speak. It that you literally can tell that it's pleasantry speak. "Oh yeah, hi Phoenix," and then you don't want to come back there. But ever since the first time I ever went into one of you guys' live chats, you guys made me feel at home, and that was just really special to me because it's not how it goes all the time, especially for me here on YouTube. For the last few years or so, I kind of quit taking a lot of crap, and
Oh
I've
yeah.
gotten a lot of crap in return for that. But you guys have always treated me like family, and I really appreciate that.
Well, once again, I credit that to Money because I learned from other people. I learned from you. I learned from Miss Oma. I learned from Money. That's he. That I try to greet people, new people, into my lobby the same way Money greeted me because it gave me that feeling, and I felt like I just bumped into a family that just said, "Hey man, you want to come in and get some chili? We got it on the stove. We got some pot stew over here." I felt like I just got invited into a big Greek dinner or something. You know what I mean?
Right? See, exactly. And I think that's one of the most special things about your channel, honestly, is that you make everybody feel like that. And I know that sometimes it can be difficult, just with all of the things that happen on YouTube. There's trolls. I mean, I just banned one 2 seconds ago for the fourth alt now. in the last 5 minutes. There's issues like that. There's snotty people. There's infighting and in-bickering. And there's people that have that clandestine type of freaking atmosphere going on where you just, unless you're already part of the group, you kind of just don't feel comfortable there. But there's never been any of that on your channel. And that's, I think, one of my favorite things about it, too. So that you don't have to worry about any of that stuff when you hang out with you or mom. It's just always a chill atmosphere, and you never have any drama. And that's one of my favorite things about it. Let's see. Alrighty, so for second question, you're muted, by the way. I don't know if you did that on purpose or not. Probably, I would think, but just making sure you know. So second thing, let's see. I think my second question would be, in your journey to getting monetized and getting to where you can make some money from your YouTube channel, what do you feel like was your biggest struggle? Oh, no problem. No worries at all, Dad. And if the chat has any questions, as soon as Dad fixes his tech issue here, then feel free to ask as well. I'm sure he would be happy to answer you. Yes, Geeks, yes. Awesome guy. He's one of my favorite people on YouTube, honestly. Thank you for being here, Infinite. I see you lurking. You too, Mom. You too, Ro. And Titan. Oh, yeah. The stupid freaking sex bots. I hate those. Those get on my nerves. Like, really, how hard is it to peddle your ass on the internet nowadays? That you got to be sitting there spamming your fucking porn links in people's YouTube live chats. Like, how hard is it to sell your ass these days? Because some of these spam bots, man, it just gets me. Yes, Mom, how is your morning going? Thank you, Ro. I appreciate that. I do have more I intend to do. Shadzi will be the next one, actually. Shadzi confirmed with me this morning. We're going to do his next Saturday. Watch that Dexter ID, if you guys would, please. I'm doing fine, Dexter. Thank you for asking. How are you today? Thank you for lurking, Mike. I see you, honey. No, I actually intended to do these a bit more. I've just been having a lot of trouble here recently with things that I have been struggling with, going to the doctor a lot, just, etc., etc. Hey, that boy Rose. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. I appreciate that. You rock, my guy. Thank you so much. Well, I'll tell you this. I'll ask you this, Dexter, to see if you're who I think you are. Do you know who Savage Mode Gaming is?
No.
Because that's why I hid you. There's a troll who's been trolling me from Savage's chat named AC, aka the first account you came in on. And if that's not who you are, then I am genuinely sorry. It's not nothing personal. It's just that we've been having trolls. So please forgive me if you're the wrong person. Sorry, Dad. I contracted a troll from Savage's chat, and he comes in with a lot of alts, and I've been banning them. But I'm gonna give this person a chance to see if there's any possibility that I might have made a mistake there, because it does happen. But
oh my God, why won't this work?
Why the shit that you talk about Savage and his entire community? Why would I want you to hang out on my channel, dumbass? You just admitted it, dipshit. Sorry, Ro. I apologize. I didn't mean to, ignore you. Thank you so much for that membership, my guy. That helps a lot. And if in the future you would like to do an interview with me, you have my Discord server. I'm pretty sure you're still in there. So if at any time you want to do an interview, then please feel free to message me. Oh yeah, that's exactly what AC was doing. He impersonated me, Busy Mama, Savage, his wife even. Like, seriously. You talk shit about Savage, why would I want you on my community? That's one thing I want you to know, child. When you fuck with my friends, you fuck with me. And Savage is my friend. So, away with you. That boy Ro got a new membership. Yes. Thank you, Mom. Sorry about that, Dad. Apologies. And sorry, Ro. I didn't mean to, overdo it there. It's not coming through. It says it's on stream. On my end, it says that you're muted, Dad. Yeah, on my end, there's a little cross thingy through your mic as though you're muted. There we go. Now it's gone. Oh, there it is again. It was gone for a second. Thank you, Melon. I appreciate that. No, Savage has always had my back and been kind to me as well. And if you talk shit about Savage, you talk shit about me. Yo, Quasi, what's going on, honey? How are you? Welcome, welcome. Donuts. Yes, donuts. See, there we go. Now it's gone again. Say something? Hey, Ron, I'm doing good. Thank you. No, now it's gone again. You have not done an interview yet. I have one scheduled for next week. If you guys want to schedule interviews, I'm making room temporarily on either Friday morning or Saturday morning. I would much rather Friday morning. But if Friday doesn't work for you, then we can do Saturday morning. Hey, Dad, try leaving and coming back. See if that fixes it. Okay, and then I'll put a link in the chat for you. It's okay, Dad. It's not your fault. Technical issues happen. No big deal. Yeah, sometimes it does. Thank you, Mr. J. I appreciate that. And big shout outs to the 21 in the chat as well, by the way. Yes, exactly. And if it doesn't work, Dad, we can always do a Discord call as well. Now I'm going to go get a donut. Bring me a donut too. I also want a donut. I can't have a donut because I'm on a diet, but all right, let's see. Add to stream.
I don't.
There we go. Now we hear you.
Is it working? I'm so sorry.
It's okay. Shit happens, honey. Technical issues happen. No big deal.
Now I have to.
Oh you might turn it up just a little bit, though. Hey, geeks, that's like saying people who. No. You can't blame us for that. So sorry.
I'll have to speak up. I'm using my headset, but my multi-adapter port is the plug is worn out or something. That's what's happening.
Oh, no worries.
So I have to use my cheap microphone and sound like crap. I'm sorry.
Hey, you don't sound like crap to me. It is all good. No worries. All right. Did anybody in the chat have a question that they would like to ask Dad before I go on with the next one?
Well, I think you asked one when everything malfunctioned. I couldn't concentrate on what it was.
Oh, it's okay. No worries. Cool. Thank you for letting me know, Quasi. I appreciate that. Hello, Zombie. How's it going? Welcome, welcome, my dude. How are you doing today?
Oh, that was rough. Oh my God, that stressed me out so much.
Oh, don't worry about it. It happens, sweetheart. No big deal. No worries.
Yeah, man, with you and my daughter, it's got to go all. Oh, hell
It's okay.
no.
That sounds like some luck I would have. So, no chat questions? No? Okay. Okay, so my next question was after you
I love
got
you, Ro.
your. Aw. After you got your YouTube channel started and you started working towards monetization and all of that type of thing, what do you think would have been your biggest struggle during that time?
Hmm. Time management. It the grind to get there where you need to be on YouTube consumes so much of your time. It's not YouTube's fault. It's not anybody's fault. But I literally haven't been fishing in a year and a half.
Oh, wow.
All my time is consumed by going to shop, keeping the house running, feeding me and Miss Homa. Not like she doesn't do anything. These are just things that are on my mind that I do, you know. Um, Taking care of the vehicles, and on top of all that, I you know what I mean when it comes to support because you've been through this. I've
Oh,
reached the
definitely.
limit of who I can support in person on a daily basis.
Yeah.
It's just too time consuming. If you get yourself to the point where you're worried that if you don't go to someone on stream, they won't go to yours, it gets you in an obsessive state of mind where you're constantly supporting, and then you're like, okay, now I can go do my show, and at least 12 people will show up.
Right.
It's really draining on a person. And I feel my personal life has suffered, my health has suffered, my relationship with my wife, my dogs, my child, my parents have all suffered because of the, when you're going to do something, it takes your time. Don't ever go into this and just think, hey, I'm going to do this once a week and this is going to do something. I ain't never met anyone that's ever made it that way.
Oh
Never.
yeah, I know many people who think that way. I have seen people start up and quit YouTube because they thought they were just going to turn on a video game stream and make it big, and that's just not realistic at all. Like I've seen so many channels operate by that mindset. Well, if I just grind for a week or two, I'll get some instant gratification. And it's not true. As of tomorrow, on my birthday, I will have been on YouTube 5 years. And because I am realistic and I am blunt and I am straightforward and I do not pander to the lowest common denominator of people's intelligence, I just got to 2K, which I'm happy about. Thank you so much for celebrating it.
Yay!
I love you guys.
Congratulations!
Yes, I love you guys.
Thank you,
Thank you
everybody,
so
for
much.
helping my daughter.
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you so much. I appreciate that with all my heart. But it's been 5 years. You're not gonna just fire up a game stream and make it big right away. It's not gonna happen. It's like anything else. It's like a business. You have to put into it what you want to get out of it.
Oh, I love you, Miss Alma. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to blurt that out, but I saw her name.
Thank you, thank you. No, you're fine, Dad. You're fine. Thank you, guys. I really appreciate that. It was a grind to get here. There was ups and downs. There was all kinds of things. But I feel like that's one of the biggest things people don't think about on YouTube is that our society these days is full of so many people that are so, how do I put this? Not good at thinking things through before they leap into it. You leap into something inspired by something you've seen or something you've heard of or something like that, and you leap into it. You don't research it, you don't read up on it, you don't do your homework, and then you get into it, and it's so much more work than you thought it was going to be. A lot of people end up getting discouraged and falling off because they just don't, they didn't get where they wanted to when they wanted to. And I feel like that's a big thing where people feel that. And what you were talking about, Dad, is just being burnt out, like hardcore burnt out, tired as fuck, just don't want to deal with anything. And that was one of my big struggles, is learning how to manage your personal life and your YouTube life, because they have to be separate things. I mean, they can be intertwined on a certain level, but they have to be separate things, because if they're not, you'll put too much into one or the other and you won't get anywhere. It's a struggle. I know exactly what you mean.
Yep, I 100% agree on that, and I really, it's really a complicated structure within itself. I've learned myself, it's very tenuous. I don't know if people know certain words. Tenuous. It means very, very on the edge. When you're at the level of where I am, and even you are, because we're not. This thing won't just pay for itself.
Yup.
Uh, my computer beeped. Did my thing disconnect? It's beeping. I don't know why it's beeping. You can't hear me. Yeah, my
Exactly.
computer's
I know
crap.
exactly.
I don't know. Why is it doing all this? Not recognized.
Doing fine, Vonder. Thank you for asking.
Ah,
So that everyone knows, anyone who is new who might come in who is not a troll, I am not ignoring the chat. I'm doing it, and that's how these things go. I realize you may not have sat in many, Mr. Vonder, but when people are talking, they generally don't interrupt other people to talk. That's one of those manners things that you obviously weren't taught. Sorry, Dad.
I don't even know if you can hear me. Can you hear me?
it's don't worry about it. It's all good. All right, I have a troll in here, and he claims to be okay with the person who I banned him for,
Oh,
so I'm giving him a chance to behave. If he doesn't behave, bam, I'm gonna send the ban hammers after him. My computer's crap. It's beeping and disconnecting my headset. Oh no. Whoop.
oh my God. Why is it doing this? No,
Nope, couldn't behave. Thank you. I'll thank all my hard work. Thanks, you dumbass troll. Jesus Christ. That's what I get for giving someone a chance. Oh, now the line is through your headset again. Right, Night Fox?
am I back on?
Yep, you're back on.
This before this thing disconnects on me. Oh, geez, stop! Please stop beeping. This is what I'm talking about. You know? Oh my God, it's beeping. Not recognized. It
Yeah, I
can't
can
hear
hear
me
him.
again.
Can
Can
you guys not hear him?
Mike? This is
Yeah, exactly, Shadsy. Exactly.
why is it doing all this? What is it doing? I'm gonna get angry and lose my temper. What is going on?
I think he's using a wired headset. I think. Everybody says they can hear you fine, though.
This is, you could still
Because
hear me?
trolls are stupid and that's what they do. Crazy mama.
Setting up your rear. You can. Device is ready. Stealth. Oh, man. I feel like such a failure at this. Stop beeping in my head, please.
No worries.
Oh, well, if anybody can hear me, this is exactly what I'm talking about, okay? Because there's two ways you can do this, man. You need to grind out, or you need to pay for it. There's a lot of people that came
Don't
in
pay
here,
for
and
it.
they were already there. You know what I mean? I can't. If you can afford $5,000 for advertising, you don't need to do this shit. The people
Oh,
on my
oh,
level,
don't pay for it.
people on my level, it's so tenuous. Literally, if I have a $65 computer that my stepdad found in a junkyard and rebuilt for me the best he could for me to even do this.
Nice. See, I'm kind of in that situation too, except I've been wanting to do retro and my Xbox content and stuff for a long time, and I couldn't because I didn't have a capture card and a PC. And I finally got the capture card, and I was gonna save up for the PC, but I knew it was gonna take forever, and so I was kind of bummed out. And Kevin got me my little potato laptop that I do all my stuff on, so that was a big happy moment for me. I could actually do more stuff. So I understand you there.
Oh, it's frustrating. I don't even know whether when it's working and when it ain't.
I can hear you right now.
Again. Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry.
Hey, don't even worry about it. No apology needed.
Uh, oh, this junk. I'm doing the best I can with this junk ass equipment. I got wires hanging all over the place. Miss Alma's headset quit working the other day. I freaked out. I'm
Okay.
like, what do you want? I don't know what to do.
Right? Like, I don't know how to fix this. No, I completely understand that sentiment as well.
Where's
My,
the carburetor? I could work on it if I had a carburetor. It's
right?
technical, electronical stuff. Just to say it like it is, people like Doctor Disrespect. I have much respect to him for what he's done and all, but he pays somebody. Hey, come in here and straighten this shit out and make it work for me, huh? I don't have that ability, and I don't
Right?
have the knowledge. So I'm doing the very best I can as a redneck who knows how to like run wires around and glitch stuff out so that it works. Even when I do my stream, I have to glitch out my PlayStation in order to use two different audio devices. They don't naturally able to do that.
Yeah. I
I
was
have to make a
wondering how
whole
you did that.
tutorial how to do that. If anybody can hear me and you want to know how to do that, I got my Turtle Beach USB plugged into a multi-port that's plugged into my PlayStation, and I have a Blue Yeti pulled into the multi-port. What you do is you go to your audio connection and you hook up your stealth headset, and then you unplug and rapidly replug in the stealth headset, and it'll glitch out, and you'll be able to use two different devices.
Huh. I didn't
Everything
know
I
you could
do
do
is,
that.
yeah, it's really weird.
Huh.
All right,
That
so
is
I think I
very
got
interesting.
my
I never knew you
headset
could manage
thing
that.
straightened out. I really apologize to you and everybody out there.
Oh, don't apologize. You are all good, Dad. Shit happens. And that's one of the things that I love about the community that we have, as a whole, is I feel like both of us have attracted a lot of awesome people who are very understanding, and a lot of us being creators as well also helps out because we've had these issues and we've been through these issues and had to fix these issues, so it's all good. No apology needed. Um, Give me 1 second though. I will be right back. If any of you in the chat have a question for Dad, please feel
Hey
free
guys,
to ask away. And apologies, I will be right back.
no problems. Hey guys, what's up? It's old man Oma here. What's going on? I'm taking over other people's streams now. See, this is my new channel. How y'all doing? All creators have issues. Yes, yes. Oh, that's you're doing great, Oma. Thank you. Thank you for all the positivity out there. You literally get my head spinning right now with everything you just said. YouTube is hard. It ain't easy, guys. Think of anybody you know famous. All right, we'll get back into this. Since Phoenix left, I'm gonna just take over the stream. Y'all know Robin Williams. Y'all know Jim Carrey. You know these famous people. Why do you think you know them? Do you think they didn't suffer? Do you think Robin Williams moved to Hollywood and just boom? Hey man, here you go. You're Mark from Mark. Nano nano. Do you really think that's what happened? That man went without eating. He went without spending time. That's why when they get old, they retire and they say I got to spend time with my family. Because you're either going to have to grind this stuff out because nobody knows who you are. That's us. Or you're going to be born into it, such as Brad Pitt's children. They won't have to work a day in their life. And if they ever want to do a movie, they don't even have to apply. You're either born into this and you've got money to back you up, or you're a real true person fighting and clawing your way through this just to get to where you need to be to survive. I'm not looking to be a multimillionaire. I'll tell you that right now. At my age, I don't need that. It probably would be unhealthy for me. That's why I've promised all of my viewers, my fans, my family, that when I get to a point where my needs, and let's be honest, my wants are met, I will not accept a single penny from any of you. If you truly want to donate, I will have links up to veterans. I will have links up for children, for cancer patients, for under regions. I heard of a YouTuber that went out and put a well into a village in Africa. Do you guys have any idea how many lives that one person touched through people like you donating $1 here, a $5 there? Do you realize we are the biggest community on earth? There are more gamers than there are sports fanatics. There's more gamers than there are Christians or Muslims. There's more gamers than there are whites or blacks because it transcends all. Muslims like video games. Non-believers like video games. Blacks like video games. Spanish people like video games. White people like video games.
Yes.
This is the biggest community on earth. And I dream of a day where millions of us, instead of a few, I'm very tenuous. The money I receive from YouTube is pennies compared to what my family helps me with. But my family is limited. They also have family. They have children. They have parents. I can't depend on 4 people.
Right.
We can't do that.
Right.
I feel horrible. Somebody's already given me money and then they're reaching in and giving me more. It makes me feel like, oh God, I feel like I'm on a corner with a can in my hand. That's not what I want.
You're lurking and twerking for money, Oma.
Yeah, that's what it feels like. And it's, you're put in a situation because you truly do need it. But you want to be in a position where you just don't need it. You know? Exactly. Imagine having 50,000 of us in one room and everybody donated $5. And I went out 2 weeks later and bought a homeless person a place to live. And not just some person I didn't know at random. Somebody I know that would be respectful and take care of that place, okay?
Yeah.
Imagine going to a bus stop and finding a mother with children in a buggy in the snow and giving that woman a truck and paying for insurance for the next 10 years.
Right?
These are things I think of. I personally know people. I don't have to go traveling across in Utah. Oh, that'd be real neat. One of my dreams is actually for me and Miss Oma to travel around the country in an RV with cameras and computers and helping people.
I have a similar one. Mine is to when I get old and finally have enough money to get an RV and go traveling around to see all of you guys. Like there are people that I've gotten to know so well here on YouTube, like you and Mom, that I would love to meet in person one day. And that's my
Oh
big
yeah.
dream. So I want to save up and get an RV and go traveling and meet some of my family. Because being orphan-esque, it's a long story, but being pretty much an orphan, it's really a big deal to have people on YouTube that I genuinely trust and feel comfortable around and can talk to and confide in like family. And a lot of people don't realize that along this journey, while we're grinding and getting to where we need to be, we have trolls, we have part timers, we have some people that'll hang out with us for a week and then we'll never see them again. But along that way, we also meet people that come to be family to us. They hang out with us all the time. We play games together. We talk. We uplift each other when we're down. And that's a really, really big thing for me. So one day I want to go traveling and meet some of you guys.
Me and Miss Oma too. And I think she wrote into there that would most definitely. Yeah,
I'm
she
a
would love to
troll.
like do some arts and crafts with you and stuff. That'd be so cool. I don't
Yes,
know if
that would
Kevin's
be
into fishing or
awesome.
whatnot, but that's what I do.
All right, I
We'd
think
love to see all you
earlier
guys.
yes, I did. Um, Shadzi asked, when did you make your first video?
Oh my God. I remember my first video. I don't remember when it was. I've been grinding YouTube. Jesus Christ. I don't like to exaggerate, but with my dementia, I don't remember real numbers. So I'm going to say somewhere between 17 to 20 years.
Oh, wow.
I've been grinding YouTube. I've been doing it wrong, and I didn't have the right support. And it's no offense to the people that were like Zilch. He's been there the whole time. He just didn't know the right thing, or he would have steered it the right way.
Right,
And hell, he was like 15 when I met him. He was a kid.
right.
You know what I mean? I didn't. Now he's in his 30s or some shit. These people have grown up since I met him. We didn't know the right direction to push it in, so we pushed it in the wrong direction, and I got really upset, maybe jealous. I didn't understand why one YouTube channel could put Metallica in their video and I couldn't. I didn't understand that they paid YouTube $3,500 for the copyright license to use that song.
Oh, don't
And
even get
and
me
then when
started
I
on
figured it
copy
out, it
claims.
pissed me
Oh,
off even more. I'm like, well, that's class warfare. That ain't even fair. So I did it even more.
yes. I hear you. I hear you. Don't even get me started on copy claims. I've actually started turning the music off in most of my games just because and I feel like there's one big reason that YouTube overdoes it with the whole copy claim thing. Like, I understand when certain artists put their music into video games, they want to get paid for their content. However, the same artists who do this should think about the fact that game streaming YouTubers are a big thing and they have been a big thing for a long time. So if you don't want a content creator to play a game that has your music in it and get paid for it, then you shouldn't sell the rights to your music to that video game. I'm sorry. But it would be different if we were paid a large amount of money for the ads. Okay. But we're not. We get 30 cents per ad if the person doesn't skip the ad. If they
Yeah.
skip it, we don't get shit.
Hmm.
And for smaller channels like us, we're not making a whole bunch of money off of ads, people. We are not rolling in it over here, rubbing dollar bills on our nether regions. This doesn't work like that.
I
We're
get
not
12
getting a
bucks.
ton of money from it.
I get 12 bucks, man.
Yeah, exactly. My total, I looked at it the other day just out of morbid curiosity, okay? And I've been on YouTube 5 years as of tomorrow, and I've been monetized for 2 of those years, okay? In 2 years, I have made a grand total of, drum roll, $36.
36 bucks.
Okay, $36 in 2 years. Now, if you're Markiplier and you have like 300 people in your live chat every time you go live, then yeah, you're going to make some money off of ads. Okay, but us small channels, we are not making that much money. All right? So I just turn the music off. Anymore, I'm just like, fuck it, turn it off. I will talk extra or, sit here and do my douchey, dorky commentary. No music, turn it off.
It's even people don't understand the low numbers of what happens. I can
Yeah,
prove it right now in your chat. You want to see something, guys? You want to
sure.
see where you want to see where the support comes from? You want to know who supports us? 1%. 1%. Phoenix has 2,000 subscribers. How many people are in the chat?
20.
1%.
Yep,
One person for every 100 subscribers shows up in a stream.
yep,
Out of that 1%, only 1% of that is in a position enough to help us where we need it, if I can say that politely enough, if you
yeah,
understand.
exactly.
So we get
Cash
1%
flow.
of 1% of actual financial support, and we only get 1% of actual YouTube support. I have 1,500 subscribers. I usually have 12 people in my stream. 12 to 15 is 1%.
Yep,
Money has 2,500. Go watch his stream. You'll see 25 people.
yep.
1%. One person for every 100 people. And you know how many times, you do have any idea how many people I had to meet on Call of Duty? Fatality. Shut up, old man. Do you have any idea how many people I had to meet to get the 100? Just
Yep,
to get one viewer out of that 100?
yep.
It's probably 10,000. And I'm not
Exactly,
kidding you. Literally,
exactly.
we have to meet 10,000 people just to get 1% of them to come into our stream. And then
Yep,
another zero point 0.7 to maybe 0.1% of them help provide for our needs.
yep,
That's a lot of hours for a little.
yep. Exactly. It is one of the biggest grinds, and I've done in my work history. I have been a manager for several different types of establishments. I have done every single manner of customer service you can think of. I've cleaned rooms. I have been a cook. I've been a prep cook. I've been a dishwasher. My first management position was Sonic, and I was head car hop there. But I didn't start off as head car hop, the person who babysits all the car hops. No, I didn't start off that way. I started off on the fountain machine, okay, making the damn drinks. And let me tell you, fountain machine at Sonic is not a fun position, okay? You go home covered in syrup looking like a fucking sticky pop every day. It sucks dick.
I
you
would
know,
know.
my last management position was a truck stop manager, and I was the lowest manager on the totem pole. I was the graveyard shift manager for Pilot Flying J. And let me tell you the specific of that, okay? Normal crew for day shift to night shift in Pilot Flying J, because they have a buffet for the truckers of hot food. They have, the maintenance section with all the tools and all the liquids you're going to need for your trucks and all of that stuff. They have everything, including showers. Okay. The day to nighttime crew for Pilot Flying J was 8 to 11 people depending on the day and busyness, okay? For graveyard shift, you get the manager and a cashier. That's it. And the manager has to make the food, deal with the customers, help the cashier, babysit the cashier, make sure the cashier gets a break, and do the showers. And the graveyard shift manager was responsible for payroll too. So it's very similar to a graveyard shift management position in a way, if you think about it, because it's like the same type of grind. You're going to be there forever before you get to move up the food chain. Like, you're going to be grinding, and I feel like a lot of people just don't think about that when they start out.
I'm watching the comments go by in your lobby, and a lot of them are agreeing, and actually some people are saying, I
Hey,
never thought about that. So
Vashti!
we're bringing to light things
Thank
that
you,
they
thank
haven't
you,
known.
thank you, Vashti! You rock, my girl! Thank you so much. That means a lot
Uh-huh.
to me, honey. You have no idea. Thank you so, so, so,
Shout
so, so,
out.
so much. Every single one of those memberships helps me so much. You guys have no idea. Thank you for that, Vashti. I really appreciate that, honey. Yeah, I know Quasi definitely understands the tech section of making content very well. I've been with Quasi for quite a while now, and he does animations and stuff like that. So I know he knows exactly
Oh,
what we're
he's an
talking about with
animator too?
filming.
Cool.
Oh, it's okay, Vashti. You don't need to apologize for that, sweetheart. Not at all. I appreciate each and every one of you and every single bit of support I can get. It helps a lot. So no apology needed, sweetheart. I appreciate you. Much love, my dear.
I like.
Alrighty, so let's see. On to a lighter question. What do you think so far, like to this point in your YouTube journey, is your favorite concept of being a live streamer and doing YouTube and all of that type of stuff?
My favorite what?
Your favorite, like, part of it?
Hmm. To be honest with you, I'm kind of an old school romantic. My favorite aspect of it is people who care about Miss Oma.
Aw, that's
It me-
awesome.
it melts my heart, literally. When I'm playing a game and someone says, "How's Miss Oma? I love her," or something, it truly melts my heart to know that people care about her.
Of course, mom is such a sweet
Sorry.
person. Oh, you don't need to apologize. I've come to love mom so much just in the short amount of time that I've known you guys. She is an awesome person. You both are. You
We
guys,
both me and Miss Oma, we both struggle with family and friends. So it's really nice when I see people love on her and care about her in a nice, respectful manner, of course. But
yeah,
yeah, so that's actually my favorite part.
that's awesome. I love that.
Kind of corny. Sorry.
Hey, I love corn personally. Newsflash, everybody! Females like corn.
Aw. See that boy wrote typed that and I didn't hear a damn thing you said. I did ah. That's all I could see. I saw her name. Aw, and then she hears Minoma doing it.
Yes, if anybody in the chat doesn't have mom and might need a link, please let me know. Also, be aware that you can now touch everybody's names in the chat. YouTube brought back that feature where you can just touch a username in the chat and the go to channel option pops up. But if you're not sure how to do that and you need a link or it doesn't work for you yet, I know some people have it and some people don't. Just let me know and I'll get you a link.
It seems to be a
No, you
mod thing.
guys, you guys don't even know. Like, just to give you a little bit. Aw, we can do that, Savage. Yeah. Message me in the server. and let me know. I actually have one scheduled for next Saturday with Shadzi, but I could do you on the following Friday morning or Saturday morning. Friday works better, but I know you work. So if Friday doesn't work for you, we can do Saturday morning too. Just shoot me a message. Let me know. Um, but what I was gonna say is that just to give you and mom both, since you're both here, a little sneak peek, taste, whatever of what I grew up with. Um, I can't 100% prove it with legal paperwork, but I'm pretty sure that I was either given away illegally without adoption papers or kidnapped as baby. And I think this because when I was 13, the first time I actually seen my birth certificate, that's when I found out that the people who raised me were not my parents. And there were many incidents leading up to now where government officials, like for example, after I divorced my daughter's sperm donor, I went to the Social Security office to take my married name off of my Social Security card and put it back into my maiden name. And during this process, the clerk asked me, "Are you aware that someone named Stephen Jenkins was collecting Social Security off of you?" And I'm like, "Well, yeah, that was, my dad for all intents and purposes, this person who raised me." And she's like, "Really?" And she gave me this funny look. And I was like, "Well, why are you asking, just out of curiosity?" And she said, "Well, because there's no adoption records for you in Colorado. None. There's no record of you being adopted to this person."
Wow.
And and without going into a super amount of detail, they were both the people who raised me were very abusive people. I like to call them my step parents just because they weren't my real parents. They didn't treat me like their child, and they were just horrible to grow up around. My stepdad spent pretty much my entire childhood, as far back as I can remember, telling me that I would never amount to anything and I would never get anywhere in life. I would never be anything. No one would ever love me or want to stay with me. And just like super,
Oh,
super psychologically abusive things. And my stepmom, sorry, I'm like trying not to cry. My stepmom was a lot the same way, except she was a mix of psychologically abusive and I love you too, Rowan. Psychologically abusive and physically abusive. She would beat me with whatever was laying around. I have been beaten with the metal end of a fly swatter. I've been beaten with a book. She beat me with my stepdad's steel-toed boots one time. Like, I've been beaten with pretty much anything you could think of as a kid that would be, scary and whatnot. But I just, after a while, once I moved away from the town that I grew up in, I stopped talking to them, both of them, because I just didn't want that toxicity in my life. And I felt like if I was ever to really grow as a person and be able to deal with all the things from my childhood that were traumatic, I needed to separate myself from them because they never got better, even as an adult. They never got better. They always treated me that way. And so I stopped talking to them, and it makes it different when you're a parent. When you're single and these things happen, it's kind of like, oh well, I don't have any parents. It's not really that big of a deal. But when you have kids, it's different because you have to try to explain to them why they can't see grandpa and grandma. You have to explain to them why they don't have aunts and uncles present, and all of the things that a normal blank blank family consists of. You have to try to replace that and be that extra. And when I met you and mom, I was cautious, but not because of you guys, just because of the fact that I have been screwed over by a lot of people on YouTube. And there were many times that I thought that someone I was hanging out with really cared about me, and really they didn't. It was just some nonsense, and they ended up getting gone one way or another. But hanging around you guys is partly so awesome for me because I don't worry about all the things that I worry about hanging out with other people. I feel comfortable enough to be myself and just hang out with you guys and be present in the situation. I'm not distracted by, you know, condescending little thoughts like, oh, well, maybe they don't really love you. Those things happen when you're abused. And you guys have always made me feel comfortable. And that really means a lot to me because I don't have parents like, they could be dead by now for all I know. I haven't kept up with them. I haven't kept in contact. I haven't kept tabs. I wouldn't know. And you guys have actually made me feel like I have some family. And that was a really, really big thing for me. So thank you, Rowan. I appreciate that, honey. Sorry, sweetie, I didn't mean to ignore you. I seen you come in, but I was blabbering.
No, you're not blabbing. You're opening up. It's wonderful.
What did you say? I'm sorry, I didn't catch that.
Me or the chat?
Oh,
We're both double streamers. We're listening to each other and reading chat at the same time. I said you weren't blabbering. You were opening, and it was wonderful. Thank you for sharing.
no problem. Thank you, guys, for just being who you are and being so kind to me. You guys have really made me feel like I actually truly have a little family group that I can just be myself in and not be worried about, judgment or any of those things that come along with being a YouTuber. And I think that that's one thing that people need to remember too during the grind and all of the hard work and just all the time that you spend doing all the things you do to grow your channel is that those people that are there for you at the beginning and who stick with you and are always with you. That's why I have that command, that repeat timer thingy in my Streamlabs that talks about treasuring the people that stick with you. That's why I put that in there. Because without those people that stick with you the whole time, you're not nothing. Because newsflash, people, your audience is what makes you. Without your audience and those people who stick with you loyally over time, you don't have shit. So that's why I always say treasure what you have in the community that you build. Oh, sorry to hear that, Rowan. That really sucks.
Hey, you want to help? You want help with that? You want to make her smile? You want to make her smile? I can help you with that right now. Repeat after me. Ra,
Ra,
ra, wan,
Rawan.
Rawan. She sent it to me on a voicemail. I got it perfect. Rowan, Rowan, Rowan. She'll type yes, yes, yes. I know she will.
Or she'll say, I refuse.
What a great chat we really do. What a lovely family. That brings
Yes.
up another point in mind. Before it's all over and said and done. She's thank you, Oma. She thanked me. I do have it correct. Rowan. I even have it in her dialect and her pause because she pauses. She pauses right after ruh and wan. Rowan.
Rowan.
Yeah,
Got
you did it perfect. You
it.
did it perfect. Um,
No, and thank you everybody too for being here with us today and chilling with us and hanging out with us for this. I know I don't haven't been getting to these as often as I want to, but now that I actually have my stuff moved and I have a nice quiet place in my house that I can kick everybody out of, I can actually get caught up on all the content that I intended to make.
nice, nice, nice. Yeah,
Oh, I love you too, Rowan. You're also one of my favorite people. I hope you know that. I've been very much enjoying getting to hang out with you too. You're an awesome person as well, and don't ever forget it.
I've seen a lot
Um,
of people in the chat learning a lot of things and asking a lot of questions, and I want to
Yes,
sum
let
up
me.
what I've seen into this chat, and I'll tell you guys, if you really want to grow, I really believe we're stronger together than we are apart.
Yes.
Okay, if you want to grow, then help people grow. That want to help you as well. You understand what I mean? Don't take advantage of people. Don't be some kind of clout chaser. But if you're really going to be out there for people, they're going to want to get to know you. They're going to want to get to know your parents if they're still living. They're going to want to get to know your kids, your spouse. They're going to want to get to know what car you drive. So you have to care about people.
I has the
It, if
pre-social
that's not your
car.
situation, then you got to buy your way into it.
Car. Sorry. I had to make that joke. I couldn't help it. Adam Sandler. I
That's
have
why
the
I like collabs so
pre-social.
much.
Yes.
You know, when we play
Oh, Harvey,
together and
don't
we
worry about it,
collab.
honey. Sorry,
I
Dad, go
notice
ahead.
whenever I know it's all right. Yeah, we're streamers. I'm used to talking over each other. Yeah, I know what you're talking about, Phoenix. Yeah, geeks, exactly. I know. Miss Oma, I love you too. And how you doing, Streamlabs? No, don't read Streamlabs. No, but I just believe that we're much. You got a Durango? I got a Durango.
Yup, 1999 piece of shit Dodge Durango. That's why I had to
Mine
make the
too.
joke.
Yeah, I got a Frankenstein switch on me because it's got a electrical draw. I have to disconnect my battery every time I use it.
That's okay if it makes you feel any better. The cable, and I don't know what it is. This fucking Durango eats through cables. I've replaced this cable 3 times. The cable that like runs to the from the battery to the thing to keep the car running, the cable will come loose. And I'll go to like say you stop at a gas station or whatever, right?
Hashtag
You turn the car
Rowan.
off
Look at
to
your
fill it
chat.
up. It will fucking come loose, and then when I get back in the
Oh,
car won't start. Hey, thank you, Rowan. I love you too, honey. Thank you so much. You have no idea how much that helps me. Thank you, sweetheart. You rock. You have car while I only had my motorcycle. Oh my gosh, Vashti, I hope it doesn't get cold where you are. I've done the motorcycle thing before. I hope it doesn't get cold where you are, because oh, you want to ride a motorcycle in the wintertime, you're going to freeze your tits off. Been there, done that.
yeah. Thanks to Zilch, I got to take that out of my nightbot, man. Every time I say, "Oh my God, I'm freezing cold," somebody types in "I dot weather" their hometown, and it's like way worse than here. And I'm like, I got to stop complaining about the weather.
All right.
It make me feel bad. I'm like, oh God, it's 30 degrees. I'm freezing to death. They type in and it's like, it's 42 degrees minus Celsius. And I'm like, what the hell is that? That's death. What are you doing? Run for cover, build a fire, light the couch on, go do
You get on
something.
the motorcycle looking like the Pillsbury Doughboy wearing like 19 layers of fucking clothing. I gotta go to the store. I'll be right back.
It's going down to like 30 degrees this weekend, but it's like 67 degrees outside right now. That's a 40 something degree temperature drop. That freezes us to death. I know it might be warm to you
Be
guys,
safe,
but to a
Savage.
Florida person, 30 degrees is death.
I think it was like 34 when I looked this morning because it's been snowing today. So I
It was
think it was like
67
34 this
outside
morning.
today.
Alrighty, does
And I'm
anybody
cold.
in the chat have any questions they would like to ask? Hold
I had to ask you, man. Ask something hard. What's the best concert now? You
14.
don't care
Oh
about
my
that shit.
gosh, Cabs. You better get the titty blanket.
That's what I'm saying. When we start complaining, somebody else is like, "Oh yeah, I got you beat," and
Cabs
then
was
it turns
like,
into a
oh,
competition. Now
yeah,
someone's gonna write and say it's 12 here. Watch, you can
Margie
only
wants
beat
to
King
know.
for a minute. Oh,
Quasi wants to know, what is your favorite game?
well, as all YouTubers and gamers, I don't know what you mean by it. My favorite game of all time I ever played, the favorite game I play now, the favorite game that brings back nostalgia value. Like music, it depends on my mood. Okay, sometimes my favorite band is Metallica. It's time to play the game. And sometimes my favorite music is, a sweet romantic piano.
Right?
Um, my favorite games that come to mind to me are Mario, the entire Mario series. I love the Donkey Kong Jr., the old fashioned Star Wars. See, it's going to just go on. It's hard for me to pick a true favorite. It really is. The game that made the biggest impact on me, I'd say, was Mortal Kombat. Because I was from the old day when you had to put quarters into the machine and you had to wait in line to challenge somebody for the right to hold the machine. If you won the game, your game was free. The next guy would pay for the next game to challenge you. That's the way it went. It kind of like pool. The challenger pays for the game. You know what I mean?
Right?
And I got to be so good at that game. I could stand at that game for 6 hours on 50 cents. At first, I got my ass handed to me. Yeah, got up there and the guy, fatality. And I'm like, oh, that sucked real bad. And then I went home. I bought a book. I literally bought a book. And they had code: left arrow, up arrow, right arrow with the X and the A and the high kick and LK, low kick. And it was like reading code. And I seriously really got deep into that game. And by the time I was 19 or 20, I won my first tournament. Out of 10,000 people, I came in first place in Holyoke, Massachusetts, in the Ingleside Mall, and I won $7,500 cash. That was the game that had the biggest impact on me. Mortal Kombat. Hope I answered the question. Hello? And that's why I do fatality so much. Oh,
Okay,
she
I'm
went
back.
potty. I
Sorry.
was talking
That
too much.
coffee, man, it goes right through you.
It's all right. It's all right. I didn't know what happened. I thought my headset disconnected again. I'm like, hello? What happened?
Oh no, sorry about that. Hey, Coach
And then
Dominic,
Quasi
what's
let me
up?
know she went potty. I'm like, "Oh, she said that while I
Yes.
was talking. I didn't hear it. No wonder I get in so much damn trouble. Damn it.
I seen that, Mom. Mom was like, "What's for lunch?" Alrighty, let's see. My introduction to gaming. Oh my God, Savage, yes. Oh, Savage, your fucking boy was up in here trying to be like, oh, me and Savage are okay now, and why you being hostile at me? Just so you know, I responded quite aggressively. I was not nice. I
Ooh. It's probably
don't
when
treat
my
trolls as
stuff was
people.
screwing up.
They're not people, they're shitheads.
Nah, trolls are jerks, man.
Alrighty. What was I gonna say? I was gonna say something and then I was laughing. Oh yeah, I remember. Um, if you could give a tip, like if you could give the best tip you could to all of us here who are still grinding and or just starting out, maybe we're already monetized and we're trying to get more members, maybe we're just started our channel and we're trying to get our first 100. If you could give a tip to any of the YouTubers around, what would it be?
Be 100% true to yourself. Don't be something you're not. so that people know what they're getting into. If you're in it because you want to be famous, then tell people I want to be a famous person. If you're in it to love people, tell them you're in it to love them. Be very honest. Be who you are. And as far as growth, that growth will come because no matter what you're in it for, just like TV shows or music, there's someone that's out there that will support that.
Yes.
There's a group, there's a I forget what you call it. You know, there's a category for each and every single one of us. It really truly that what I could say from the bottom of my heart. Let the people know your motivations and let it be true because I've seen it with other people where they had false motivations. They got called out and now you don't hear their name anymore.
Yep.
So
I've
be
seen that too.
yourself. If you want, I've seen streamers who yell at their chat. What are you doing? That's a dumb question. Ban them. Get out of here. Ban them. We've all seen it. These people are still
Yep.
famous. Don't be afraid to be yourself. If you're truly, pardon me, an asshole, then let that asshole come out. Because that sounds real bad, but there's people out there that like that. I'm not one of them,
No,
but
I
honestly, there's
completely agree
people
with
out
you.
there that like that.
I completely agree with you. I cannot count how many times I have tried to say variations of the same thing because so many times I see people who are just fake as hell. Like you watch their channel and you're like, okay, I think I kind of got a good feel for this person, you know. And then maybe you get to know them a little better and you play a game with them and it's something completely different. And it's like, why though? Because really honestly, if you look into the situation from a psychological point of view, people only keep their personas up for a period of no longer, and you can look this up in Psychology 101. Most people are only able to keep up their personas for a period of no longer than 6 months. Meaning, you hang out with somebody for the first 6 months, you think you know who they are, bam, script flip, they turn into an asshole. And you're surprised by it because people think so much that they know a person based on, you know, simple, like quick interaction. And it doesn't work that way. It just doesn't because so many people are something other than the persona that they put on their channel in real life. And many times I've said, like I said, almost the exact same thing. Just be your fucking self. Maybe if you're an abrasive asshole, it's going to take you a little bit longer to grow. But I'm an abrasive asshole and I still hit 2K. So, I mean, Cab's creation is saying, question for Oma. What made you want to start YouTube?
Yeah, I seen a couple of them go by, and we went over them before, but I can wrap it up real quick. Quasi wanted to know what made me want to start streaming, and then you had the other one there. What made me want to start YouTube, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. I went into lengthy answers about them. I'll just wrap it up in a summary real quick for you. I wanted to start YouTubing in the first place to make montages for kids that were attracted to other YouTubers showing off what they could do, and I wanted to encourage and inspire the children I was hanging around with to let them know they could do the same. Zilch 101, shout out to you. He could be a famous member of FaZe Clan, and he'll admit it if you listened to me back then. Bang, bang, boom. He could be a world renowned person on the TV that people watch. That no kidding, man. This kid would be J God if he would have listened to me. But that life goes in different directions, and I didn't quite understand that then.
Yeah.
So they went in different directions and none of that worked out and that's okay. But that's why I wanted to start YouTubing was to inspire and encourage the people that were around me cuz I seen skills within them that they didn't recognize as a true artist doesn't recognize their painting as beautiful. Why did I want to start streaming? It's money encouraged me to start streaming. There's a simple answer to that one. It's money encouraged me. He secretly was messaging me on my montages, and I wasn't getting any numbers on my montages. And I visited his stream, and he literally just welcomed me in the family. I became Pops. Actually, they used to call me Gramps. And
I
shout out to
remember that when I
and
first
shout out
started
to
hanging out with
Deadflex.
you. Yes.
Deadflex thought it was disrespectful. He said, "Don't call that man Gramps. It's disrespectful." And ever since then, I got reduced to Pops. Just to let you guys know, I never found it disrespectful because I am kind of old enough to be some of your grandpa.
Oh, no problem, Vashti. No worries at all.
But
Thank you
that's
for
how I
being here
became
today.
Pops, and that's why I started streaming.
That's awesome. Alrighty, I think that's about all I had. Does anybody else in the chat have any questions? And thank you for
All right,
being here,
bud.
Vashti. I appreciate you, sweetheart. I hope you and the baby have a wonderful day and sleep good.
Much love
Thank
to
you, Gamer.
y'all
I
out
appreciate
there.
that.
Coffee.
Coffee,
Coffee.
yup.
I don't
Coffee.
do all that fancy drinks. Coffee.
I am new here.
I'm,
Oh my
I
gosh.
bet you are.
How's it going, Grant? How are you today, honey?
Thank you for everybody I know stopping through, and thank you for everybody who I met today through my online daughter, Phoenix
Of
Game.
course.
Or Gaming with Phoenix. Stop messing with your name, damn it. Gaming with Phoenix. You're Phoenix, my online daughter to me. Good enough. They all know you or they wouldn't be in your chat.
Yes. Stop freaking me out. Oh, Cabs has one. What are your goals when you do get big?
To live a better life than me and Miss Oma are presently living and provide love and a better living for others.
That's awesome. I love it.
Man, it's my true motivation. At my age, what do I want? What the hell do I need?
Right? I just need, see, I'm super similar to Dad. I don't really want to be famous from this. I love doing YouTube and making content and stuff like that. And I love hanging out with you guys and getting to know people from various walks in life and everything like that. I don't really want to be famous. I just want to be well enough off that I'm not stressed out about money.
That's what I'm trying to say. That's what happened to me the other night. I'm grateful for all your money, but I just wish I was in a spot where I didn't need it.
Right? Yeah, exactly.
you know,
Completely understand.
it's kind of like you hold a coffee cup and say sorry at the same time. Sorry, thank you. No. I'd like to get caught up to where I should have been because I got all screwed up. Like I said, I used to make wire for NASA. So I feel like I should have been able to offer. By the time the Lord finally brought me a decent woman, I was not really in a position to offer a good life. And I feel bad about that because Miss
Yeah,
Oma deserves more.
I understand that. But also, my man said something similar one time, and I'll tell you the same thing that I told him. And that people like me and mom, and I say me and mom just because we've talked a lot and she's confided some, some things in me. And from what I know thus far, always remember that money and things and all of the material aspects of what you can bring to a relationship are never going to mean as much as the love and support and appreciation that you give her. Because when you grow up like me and mom grew up,
Uh,
it's extremely difficult in many, many, many aspects to be in a successful relationship, just because of the fact that you've been so abused and so beaten down your whole life, you come to expect it from people without really realizing it. And then when you do that, it makes you attract the wrong type of guy. And then the wrong type of guy screws you over, and that happens repeatedly. And it adds another addendum to it. It makes you start to feel psychologically as though it's something wrong with you, and that person treated you that way because there's something wrong with you, and maybe you deserve that treatment, which is, of course, not true. Nobody deserves to be cheated on, treated badly, talked down to, ignored, etc. But those are just some of the things that come along with having a hard upbringing and encountering so many people in your life up until now, to where you have those mindsets in your head, and mom loves you with all of her heart and soul. And I know
No,
that
don't
you
make
love
me
her
cry.
the
Don't
same.
make me cry.
And you are the best person that mom could have. So don't forget that.
Well, you see, I really do appreciate that, Phoenix. I really do. I really felt that. But like, nobody asked me about my growth, my way I was raised, or anything. I'm learning about all this at an old age, Phoenix. You realize I grew up in an era where we didn't know about any of that.
Yeah.
We didn't. I grew up with, y'all don't even know what I'm talking about. But I grew up with Leave It to Beaver. That's what
I
I
know what
grew
you're
up
talking
on my
about.
street.
I
My
seen that.
street was Leave It to Beaver. That's what it was. I went outside of my house on my bicycle, and all the kids, we were called the Dead End Kids, kind of like the Little Rascals. I don't know if anybody knows them.
Yep, I
But
know that one
there
too.
was 15, 20 of us, little kids, and we would play baseball in the streets, and hopscotch, and to jump on trash cans with our bicycles. And I didn't grow up in this world, so I'm learning it as an older man. I got taken advantage of myself because of my naiveness. You know,
I've
I
been
was I
there.
was really kind of sheltered. God bless my mother. She passed away. And God bless my dad who adopted me. I was kind of like, I don't know how they did it. I was raised almost in poverty, but I never knew it. I never went without.
Yeah.
I never went without, and I didn't realize it. You know what I mean? I just didn't realize it. And then I fell into a decent job where I had money, so I didn't realize it. And until the shit hit the fan and I didn't have no money and nowhere to live. Then I started realizing real life at 30 years old. I'm like, oh shit. Everybody who said they cared about me, they hung up the phone. They let me
Yep.
sit in jail. Yo, I'm eating out of a
Yep.
dumpster. Yo, where the fuck's my best friend? Said he had my
Yep.
back. Where the hell did he go? Oh no, he's sleeping with my girlfriend. That's what he's doing. I mean,
Yep. I hear
and then I
you.
started learning about real life. And holy shit, I just realized it was all. I can't believe the way I was. I was raised to think I was Arthur Fonzarelli.
Right.
Everything was cool. It was a whole different social structure. That was a big turning point in my life, realizing that the first 30 years of my life was like phony.
I hear that.
Mhm.
I hear
Oh,
that. I got lucky in one aspect with the crappy way that I was brought up, and all of the things that led me to leave home. I left home at 16. Um, what did it for me? And like I said earlier in the stream, my parents were extremely abusive. But what really did it for me was when I was working at Sonic. Um, Usually, when it was right before my 16th birthday. It was like 3 days before my 16th birthday. And usually my stepmom would come get me when work was over and drive me home because we lived a good 5, 6 miles away from the Sonic that I worked at. Um, she didn't show up. And I sat out there waiting for like 45 minutes. Finally, I decided to just walk. So it took me another hour to get home because it was like 6 miles away. I got home and found them screaming and throwing rocks at each other in the front yard. I shit you not. because my stepdad was a tweaker and my stepmom was drunk. She was always hungover and he was always tweaked out. And they were screaming at each other in the front yard, throwing rocks. And I stopped and I thought, wait a minute. They take all of my money every time I get paid so they can pay the bills because they spend their money on drugs and alcohol. And I'm putting up with this. If I'm already paying bills like an adult, why don't I just leave and pay my own bills like an adult so I don't have to put up with this shit? And I went in the house and started packing. And I'll never forget, my stepmom, like 4 hours later, noticed what I was doing and she goes, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "What's it look like I'm doing? I'm fucking packing." And she goes, "What do you mean packing?" And I said, "Packing to leave. Like, I'm out. Bye. Gone. See ya. Fuck y'all. Don't care. I'm leaving." And I'll never forget, she was like, "Well, if you do that, your stepdad, your dad will call you in as a runaway and you'll have to go to dinner." And I was like, "At least I won't have to be here with you two." And I proceeded to finish packing my shit. And the next morning, I got up at like 6 o'clock in the morning because I was supposed to be to work at 10. Got dressed for work, put all my shit out on the front yard, put a tarp over it, and started walking. And I was on my own since then. And when you're on your own at that age and you can't sign a lease, it's really fucking hard. I ended up finding a friend to roommate with, but I was lucky in that aspect because they kicked me out one time when I was 14 and I ended up sleeping in a park bathroom. So definitely went better for me when I left than it could have gone. But no bad news. Good. I'm glad to hear that, Percy.
Man, we all been through shit. It's like we as they get older, I kind of noticed that we're all living the same story, the same book. We're just on different chapters.
Yep.
I really learned a lot. Uh, there's one story, if you don't mind me saying real quick. I don't know how much
Absolutely.
time you have, Phoenix, but
I got
nobody
about
really.
10 more minutes.
10 minutes. Well, I'm gonna give it where it needs to go then, if you don't mind.
Absolutely.
I gotta tell you guys, I definitely would not be sitting here. I probably wouldn't even be alive right now. That's the reason I love Miss Alma so much. Is I was secretly hiding in a trailer, trying to make kids happy on YouTube so that they could be somebody while I was slowly killing myself because I had Crohn's real bad and I was drinking 4 liters of Mountain Dew a day and
Ooh.
eating very unhealthy and just really not paying attention to myself because of aforementioned things that had happened to me. At 30, I stopped caring about myself. And at 40, I was given a diagnosis of 3 years to live.
Oh,
This is
wow.
true. They wanted to take out my intestines, and I wouldn't let them. And everybody who was there, zilch, they didn't know it. They just knew I was a guy that liked YouTube and has had some money, and we got along real well. But I was dying, and Miss Oma came over with a pumpkin pie, just like in the movies, just like in like Leave It to Beaver and shit, in a pretty dress, with her hair all done up, knocked on my door, so shy and so timid after all the shit she'd been through in her life, walking up to a strange man's door and gave me a pumpkin pie.
Aww.
And my life has been a roller coaster ever since, up and down, but it's been a continual ascending. It has its up and downs, but it's been continually ascending. If you know your analytics meter, you know what I mean, right?
Yes. Yes. I love that. That's so beautiful.
And then me and Miss Oma, we developed a love for one another, and we moved. I tried to give her a better house. I sold my house to try and give her a better one. And that's why I'm a believer. We went to church, and I tried to take money from the church, but instead I got a healing. And I never took money from the church. I took my healing, and I thank God. And I'm on the internet to preach a word to anybody that'll hear me and tell my wife that I love her every single day. And that's why I do it now. That
That's so
really
beautiful.
kind of hurt to say, but it was nice to get off my chest.
No, thank you for sharing that with us. That was beautiful. I love that.
You're welcome. I love you, and I love everybody. I love Miss Homo the most of all.
Right? Agreed. Night Fox, agreed.
Only if we make us famous. It won't be interesting if we don't make it. We got to make it, guys. Help me,
Yes,
help you, help you, help me. Whoever's smaller than me, help me. Whoever's bigger than me, help me. Whoever's bigger, help you. Whoever's smaller, help you. Help each other. I can't say it right because I'm emotional. But you have to help each other, is what I'm trying to say. Okay?
yes,
A person in front of a camera is nobody if there ain't someone on the other side liking it.
exactly.
As I always say, I try. And the numbers are getting big, so I can't promise everybody everything. I try. But if I see you on one side of one screen, I try to make sure you see me on the other side of the other screen.
Aw, I love you guys so much. And I just want to say that I really appreciate you being here today with me, Dad, and hanging out with me and all of the things that you shared. Because, like I always say, you only know so much about us as content creators because whether we admit it or not, a lot of us worry about judgment and what people will think and how it will impact the numbers that we grind for. And a lot of people forget their genuinity in that grind. But one of my favorite things about you and Mom both is that through everything you guys have been through, you've never forgotten your genuinity. And that is a huge thing. I really love that about you guys. And I'm so glad that you made it this far and that I got to know you guys and got to have people like you guys call my family.
100% agree. As me and Miss Alma say, I'm in one accord.
Yes. Aw.
I'm glad you got a laugh.
Thôi, để bác bơi, mong cao xuống đà lâu nhiều không?
Get him a tissue. Or like Mom said, do you need a tissue for your issue?
Oh, wait a minute. I see a pet peeve of mine. I got to read it. Message retracted.
Message retracted.
My chat all knows if you retract it, I'm going to read it.
Guilty party, because I fat finger and can't type all the time. Usually it's me.
We're family. That's really nice to hear. I don't think enough of us get to hear that anymore.
Yes, and for people like me, it's a huge deal. Like, for real. I don't have any family, really, like blood family, to be honest. I talk to two of my cousins, and that's it. That is all out of the so called family that I had growing up that I talk to anymore. Just because of the fact that I don't want my kids to be around the toxicity that I grew up around. So it's really awesome to have all of you guys here and to have awesome people like Mom and Dad because you guys help me out too. I hope you know that.
It's nice to hear. I can't be like this all the time, though, you know? That's why I gotta do me. I gotta be me.
Yes.
Everyone that I know that ever made it had to be them, man. It can't be that. I love everybody, but you can't
Yeah.
do a damn nice happy song dance. You got to put yourself out of it and say, you know what, man? I remember what it's like. I remember what it's like to have a. I don't ever want to lose my imagination. I don't ever want to lose that. I don't want to lose contact with that. Say, grow up. Time to grow up. And do what? Sit
What's
and
so great
watch
about being grown
Ponderosa?
up? The death march to your grave?
Is that
Like,
what you
come on
want?
now.
You want me to pick up a cane and watch Ponderosa on the
Oh
TV?
God, no!
God, no, I still want to get up there. Hey, screw you, kid. You're salty.
I can't
You
do
guys heard me
Bonanza.
last night. They got all pissed off. You fucking get You're just mad because a 53-year-old got a highest KD in the lobby. What? Not for real. Oh, for real, dog. He's a YouTuber. Look, he's live. I love to hear that. I love to hear that. I'm like, are you kidding
Yes.
me? Are you shitting me? I just kicked
No,
your
I don't
ass,
know
bro.
how to play. No, Percy, no. I can't do Bonanza, man. That was my stepmom's favorite show. And let me tell you, she
Oh.
threw a shoe at me one time because I talked while that show was on. And this is coming from a person that fucking watched that show every single day. Like, I can't do Bonanza. Just the sight of Bonanza pisses me off. Maybe that's
I'm
something I
sorry.
haven't
I had no
experienced
idea.
on lately, but Bonanza.
I'm so sorry. I had no idea.
Alrighty, that's about all I got. I actually am recording members video today too, so
Keeping that grind we were talking about going.
yes,
God bless
sir.
you. You
Yes,
keep
sir.
going.
But thank you so much for being with me here today. I'm so glad we got to do this. This has been so much fun.
Thank you. Thank everybody. I'm honored. I'm the guest here. I'm honored. I'm honored to be here on the Phoenix Gaming Network.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And thank you to the chat as well. You guys are awesome. And I appreciate each and every single one of you. Big shout outs to Rowan for the dono. Thank you so much. To that boy Ro for grabbing a membership. I appreciate that with all my heart. That helps me out very, very, very much. And to all of the awesome people who are always here supporting, hanging out, sharing their stories. I appreciate each and every one of you guys, and I hope you guys all have a wonderful day. Love you, Dad.
Love y'all tonight. Bye-bye. Damn old man.
Have a good day, Dad. Love you. Bye, everybody.